So, back out here on the car again. Sorry, it's been a while for the videos. I've been a little busy trying to make money and sort stuff out to keep fixing this car. But I thought I'd give you guys a little rundown on what's actually going on, because in the last video, I sort of just left it as is. So, first things first, me and Sam currently have a makeshift garage now. So, it's somewhere dry, floor's not dry. You can't get rained on, which is a bonus. Max, legend, put us some lights up. What is going on with this car? Let me start off with this. Engine's now back in. As you can see, it's wrapped up. No, the monster there, who's chilling. This light does something, as you can tell. It's now pointing down. So, engine's back in, and this is now silver. It was red, if you remember from the last stuff, and all the wiring still tucked to the side. But I'm going to explain what's going on quick. What I ended up doing was, I pulled the engine out. I bought all the forged stuff for it, so we got rods, pistons, new head gasket, ARP studs again, and a couple of extra little bits. And we now have a forged bottom end on the engine, so that's sick. I keep saying we, I mean me. I have forged stuff on the engine, so that's pretty cool there. And now it's forged, it can technically take the power I wanted it to reliably. A quick rundown on what I'm going to be doing. I'll pop the bonnet up and hold it up so I can show what's going on. So, now we're in the engine bay. What we got going on now is a bare long block. My plan is to actually now build it all back up again, but with fresh stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is I've got new injectors, fuel system, a load of link ECU stuff, and we're actually going for a custom manifold, better turbo. But hopefully now it's going to be more reliable, make more power, and the only limiting factor is probably going to be the gearbox, maybe the clutch because it's rated. But I'm aiming to be 350. The setup is more than capable of it. And as you can imagine, 350 horsepower in that should feel epic. So, because I'm not technically doing too much engine stuff at the moment, because I still need to order injectors, and I missed out on Black Friday sales for injectors because I wasn't too sure what I was getting. But yeah, need injectors. I've got a fuel rail, I've got a couple of other little bits, but I still need that. So what I'm going to be cracking on with is this. Mirrors. You can see this is the stock mirror, and Mark was kind enough to let me have a set of his Gundam mirrors. I think they look loads better. So I fitted this one up already. Comes with a Perspex window, and you basically screw it all on. I've not put the door card back on this yet because I've got a problem with the door lock, but it just screws on. Probably didn't need to use 4, maybe use more, I don't know, but that is how they look. Door won't shut again. All the wheels are in the way at the moment because Sam's getting ready to go for a drift day in his 46 for the first time. But compared to the stock mirrors, I think it looks way better. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got to strip all of this down now and get them all fitted up. It's pretty simple. I took the door card off already, and then a couple of bolts, some rusty screws up here, and you can take this glass out, and then we can get the other mirror fitted up. And we are all done, both sides. So all I've got to do now is I need to make a little plate to delete this, but what I'm going to do is trace round the old mirror base. Probably put a little bit of sealant around here just to stop any excess water coming in. That's the last thing I need. It gets wet enough in here anyway because it's an MX5, but yeah, overall quite happy with that. I think they match up relatively even, but yeah, they match up pretty much the same, so I'm pretty happy. Just stoked on the way it looks now, to be fair. So big game changer. Mark always used to hate on me for running the stock mirrors in the stock place, but these Gundam mirrors are someone else. Next thing I've got to do is start piecing all of this back together because there's a lot to get done. I've also got a lot of wiring to do. So all of the original wiring I ran from my sensors, like that oil pressure sensor, I'm changing that to a different one, which means I've got to change all of this wiring here that I've done, which is just stuff to my sensors. So a little bit more wiring to do. It's gonna take a little while longer because obviously everything's all loomed up, but that's it. Mirrors on, quite happy. I am generally quite happy. The car is starting to come back together. I still, unfortunately, need to sort this tyre out. When I fitted it up, I ripped the bead a little bit when I took it off because I had a rim leak. So now I need to either get another one or get some rain sports for the front, which I'm leaning towards the rain sports, even though these Yokohama semi-slicks are sick. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, I need to actually paint this rocker cover, and the colour I'm going to be doing the rocker cover is, what I'll do in fact, is I'll go and show you the colour that I'm doing the rocker cover, because you'll probably recognise the car and it will give it away. What's going on here then?
Messing shit up, man. Making some lock for his car, but I've definitely lined it up badly, and now let's start again.
Ah, that's alright. So that's the colour I'm going to be doing the rocker cover. What do we think?
It's lovely. It's really nice.
You looking forward to pod, Sam?
Shit in it.
A lot of work to do, mate.
Got to get an alignment now after that's done. And then tyres from you.
Excuse me.
Oh, my turbo kit's here. It's not...
We'll talk about that in another one.
Okay, yeah. Little sneaky peek.
Sneaky peek. Alright, so it's been a couple of days, however long, I'm not too sure. Obviously saw the mirrors on and I've officially done the delete plates on it now, so I thought I'd show you that real quick. So, as you can see, delete plates are now in. Rather than buying them, I made them in the end, because you can buy these, but for the sake of spending 30 or 40 quid or whatever they were, I just made them real quick. From a distance, I think it looks quite good. Maybe I'll paint the bolts black or something like that just to get it done, but I need to move on with something else on the car. I had to switch the fisheye on that because it's getting a little bit hard to film. So I need to switch up now. I need to do a load of electrical stuff because obviously we're going to be running a new ECU, which is going to be this, Link G4X. So that is basically, I've got to take all the board out of that and fit it into the original Nissan box. So I'm going to try and do that maybe tomorrow or another day because I've got to make room for a bunch of wiring and sensors, which are all in this box here. In this box, we've got a bag full of all the sensors and stuff. And this is like CAN splitter cables, and this is what I'm trying to figure out right now. This is the expansion loom, which I need to figure out how to wire that up because it's got to use like a 5-volt for the sensors and stuff. Yeah, like an air temp sensor needs I think it needs a 5-volt source to it to wake it up. So I've got to work out how to do that on the expansion cable bit. And also we've got in here lambda sensor. Link 1, which is the CAN lambda, just plugs straight into the CAN sensor, which gets plugged into ECU. And then in here is CAN gauge, which means the gauges I've got in the car are now going to be useless. Not useless, I'm just not going to use them anymore. So that essentially shows everything. I can show like 4 things at once, or and you've got to set it all up via Bluetooth and that. So I need to start working out that, but in order to do all of that, what I need to do is I need to take all of this out, my center console, because one thing, it's really loose and it vibrates loads when you're drifting. So I've got 2 gauges there and one in the corner just above that indicator, and I want to get rid of that because that was my boost gauge, and when you're driving you can't see it. Like when you're drifting, the steering wheel, wherever my position the steering wheel is, it's just in the way. So I'm going to get rid of all of that, and I think I'm going to put it in either this one or that one. Whichever one I had as my oil pressure, which is what I was looking at most, or coolant temp, I'm going to change it to that one because the link gauge does it all. But at the same time, I want to take this out, which is my plate, because it's a bit flimsy. Made out of some real thin metal. But I'm going to trace that over to a sheet of alley and probably polish the alley sheet up or paint that black just so it's a bit stiffer. And also I need a torch, bear with me. Phone torch in. Also while I'm at it, I need to get rid of this, which is the Turbo Smart manual boost controller, and I think we're going to be giving that to Sam because he needs his for his 46 build, which he's putting an M50 in. Okay, so about an hour later, I finally got the plate made up. I realised halfway through that's like the more polished side and this is not, so I'm going to have to give that a little clean up. But I've also got the riv nut back in there, which holds the, where is it, window switch, which I decided to put on there, sort of modified it, trimmed it all down. So yeah, that sort of just sits like that and you bolt it up. Also, I still need to, these holes here, I'm changing the switches, so I'm going to be running these instead, these little switches. I think they just look a little bit nicer. So on these, they got a little tab on them and you've sort of got to notch them. So I'm going to basically get that in position, mark out the notches, because as you can see, sticks out a little bit, so you kind of got to notch it. That's going to be the switches instead of the other ones, especially because you can switch them off. It's just one little light. I think it's going to be a nice little simple touch to it. I'm going to go ahead, just quickly mock that into place without the switches on, because I am currently running late to go to the gym. Okay, and that is it all fitted back up. It's way more solid. It doesn't want to bend, and it kind of holds all the plastic together a bit better. What I might do is actually try and secure this bit, because we cut it out when we put the hydro in, to try and secure that a bit more, but I'm quite happy with that. I can't put it in fully yet because I still need to notch them sensor holes and stuff out, but that's how it's going to be for tonight. I think that's going to be it for this video. I've not filmed a video in a long time, just kind of wanted to give a little update on what's going on, and a couple of little bits I'm doing, because I'm back on track with getting the car together. I've got a few bits left to turn up. Managed to order a fuel rail, a different one to what I previously got, and then I just got to order some injectors. Yeah, that's going to be it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to get some more stuff uploaded soon, making some proper power soon. So yeah, not too long. Don't know what to do with a hand, but yeah, you get it.